What is good, YouTube guys? I was literally uploading a video when I just got a notification for the trailer. I just checked it out, and guys, I told you, if they show the Majin Buu trailer, they're gonna show it with a release date. And now everybody got the release date wrong, including myself. Now, the release date originally was January 16, 2020. But I did make a note that was for Japan, and it could differ for us. Well, guys, it turns out that it indeed does differ for us, and the release date for the United States is January 17th of 2020. That's gonna be Friday. So in Japan, it releases on a Thursday on the 16th, and then for the US, it releases on a Friday. Now, what I'm wondering is, will it be in the 16th in Japan? Technically, for us guys, that's going to be the 15th because we're like a day behind. So, well, there's like a 12-hour window in there somewhere. So, you know, Japan, you may see some people playing it a couple days early. But the official release date, Bandai Namco just released the trailer, is January 1st of January 17th of 2020. Now, the reason I'm not showing the trailer is because I'm not trying to get a copyright. I got one last time. No bueno. We ain't doing it this time. So, now I do want to talk about the pre-order bonuses because they have them here. You have a sub quest, which is a competitive party with friends. That's the translation. It's different than the translation that I had in the Google scans, but it is what it is. So it's Goku whenever he comes back from Yardrat. And guys, these pre-order bonuses is exactly what we talked about they were. Remember, I told you it's probably going to be some kind of special quest, some kind of item, this or that. That's exactly what it is. So Goku they throwing a party for Goku when he comes back from Yardrat, and that's the basis of it. Now I don't know who the enemy you fight and all this and that. Training, guys, we do get a glimpse into trainings, and they don't give you really details here, but it tells you you have early access to Banyu's training. Yes. So guys, for those of y'all thinking the only way to get this is to no, man, this is stuff that you'll get in the game with Banyu's training. Now, because the way that they described it on the Japanese site is that you will go to you will go to Capsule Corp, and you'll be able to access training menus. Now, it says training menus, but I think it just means characters in the game that you've met and beaten or whatever, and you can train against them. So that's that. That's Banyu, her training. You'll be able to fight her in training. Now, that's her in-game render right there, and it's a pretty good render right there. The art looks pretty good to me. Then you have a cooking item, which is like a super ultra rare piece of meat, and the effects are melee attack up and HP up. So that is your pre-order bonus content. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually think everybody who gets I believe there's gonna be a day one edition for this game. Because I want to read some stuff for y'all really quick. Now, I translated the very bottom of that page, and I want to read what it says because nobody has talked about this. So it says, additional training menus can also be obtained by advancing the story. And so basically with the training menus or the characters, remember what we said early on about training, that in the training grounds, more than likely you would train against people that you've beaten in the story and stuff like that. Well, guess what? I guess they heard us because that's what's in the game. So after you beat somebody, or maybe once you encounter them, you can go and train against them. It'd be really cool if you could train against them once you encounter them. That way, if you can't beat them in story, you can kind of get some practice against them and stuff like that without having to worry about losing progress in the game or something to that effect. Now, it also says contents and specifications are subject to change without notice. We know that. All items are in-game and is not actually attached. We know that. To use the benefits code, just have to be connected to the internet. We know that. Okay, it says here's where it gets important. Bonus 1 and 2, which is the sub quest and the training, can be played from Chapter 3, Android/Cell, Episode 2, which makes perfect sense because the sub quest, Goku's coming back from Yardrat, so it wouldn't make sense to put that at the beginning of the game. Now, it's interesting with Banyu because it says early access to Banyu. Or when do we meet Banyu? Like, I guess a lot of people would have thought that we would have met Banyu whenever we went to Planet Namek. And we may very well play her subquest while on Planet Namek, okay? So why is it that we have early access to her training? It says Banyu's training. So this is what's interesting about the training. What do we get for accomplishing or beating the training? Of course, we're going to get experience, but what else is there? Banyu's training. If we training against somebody, there has to be something there. Banyu's. It doesn't say early access to training against Banyu. It says Banyu's possessive noun is showing possession, her training. So that in that training simulator, there's some kind of training that she's going to put us through that's going to give us something or allow us to access something in the game. And I imagine it's going to be like that with anybody that we beat. For instance, Raditz. It'll be Raditz training. Possibly Master Roshi and King Kyle, whoever, you know what I'm saying? To me, this confirms that whoever you train against in the game, there's going to be different styles of training. And it says training menus, additional training menus. So her specific training could be a particular style of training. Say, for example, I'm just throwing it out there. Say, for example, like we talked about with training, key blast training or, you know, dodge training or something like that. And you have different instructors for these things. You know, I'm just throwing it out there, guys. Just throwing it out there, some ideas, you know. But it's interesting because it's her training. It doesn't say early access to training against Banyu. It says early access to Banyu's training. So that, now we'll get more details on that later. But that's a possessive noun, meaning it's showing possession. It's her training. She's putting you through some kind of training, but it's through a hologram and it's at Capsule Corp. That's how you access all of that. Okay. So that's interesting that it's only accessible after Chapter 3 Android/Cell Saga Episode 2. So be mindful of that, guys, when you get the game and think that Banyu's accessible then. But it says early. So, you know, when do we get access to this training simulator? Is it later in the game? Is it at the end of the game after we've beaten the game? When is it? Because we know that Vegeta did go train at Bulma's place. We know that they was there, you know, during the Cell and Android saga. So that's probably when we could get access to it. But as far as Banyu, maybe we face her later on in the game. Who knows? She has a scouter, but, you know, I don't know. You know, let's take that with a grain of salt. Now, here's interesting. Here's why I say, even though this says pre-order bonus content, I think that this is going to be in the day one edition. And here's why. Because it says the benefit code will be attached when downloaded by February 12th of 2020. The reason I say this, the very next one says the special offer code has an expiration date until Friday, January 15th, 2021. Guys, remember, any DLC code that you get, even if you downloaded DLC if you have a DLC code, those codes are good for 1 year. So why is it that in the previous mention, they say that the special code or the benefit code will basically be available until February 12th of 2020? Guys, to me, that says day one edition. Now, Dmgaming, are you sure about that? I don't know. I think I'm pretty sure. I know it says pre-order bonus content here, but technically, guys, if you pre-order the game, you're going to get this stuff, so they can call it a pre-order bonus. It is my belief that GameStop is going to have a separate pre-order bonus for this game. The reason I say that, because at E3, one of the GameStop people was actually talking with one of the developers for the game, and they stated that GameStop is going to have something special in store for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So it could be an exclusive DLC content from pre-ordering the game with GameStop. Games do this all the time, guys. It's a pre-order bonus. No, it's really more like a day one edition bonus. That's why they say the cutoff date is February 12th. If I pre-order a game from GameStop and it's there, you know, well, used to, long as I go get it, you know, it's still there or whatever, I still have it. It makes sense for a day one edition. And all you're going to say, well, day one edition, that's day one after you don't get it after. No, day one editions stay on the shelves for a while, at least a month. After that, then they start releasing the generic ones. And the reason I say that even more, because listen at this. It says, benefits may be distributed at a later date. Interesting, right? Guys, I think this stuff is going to be in every day one edition up until February 12th. I believe GameStop is going to have a separate pre-order bonus for pre-ordering the game from GameStop. And what that'll probably be, they may do a special quest for the game, or they may have another training guide, or they'll definitely have some special items in there. So keep that in mind when y'all see this. Now, guys, thank y'all for waiting this long because I do have some new scans. Let's get into it. So that's Bobbity. I imagine that's one of Majin Buu's blasts right here. Look at the Bura with his hand in Kibito Kai's face. I love that scene because he blasted him away after that. Vegeta in the back, Goku with the halo, Supreme Kai. Trunks and Goten confirmed for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now, will they be playable? Probably, because Gotenks plays a big part in the Majin Buu saga. My boy, Majin Vegeta. Y'all look at that art. Whoo! Man, it looks good. And guys, look at that. Then Majin Buu. Guys, I'm so happy. And also, we can't forget this gentleman right here. Great Saiyaman. Yes, Great Saiyaman confirmed for the game, y'all. So this is really, really, really awesome to get this news. Man, dude. And as I sit here, guys, they have a collector's edition that has been announced, man. Oh my gosh. I told y'all collector's edition would come with a statue. This is dope. This is coming from Kenzaru right now as I speak. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Collector's Edition. Game. It comes with the art book. It comes with a steel book. I was just saying that about the cover. I don't care about a cover unless it's a steel book. Guys, I don't have an image of this, so you have to go look at Kenzaru on Twitter. He has the collector's edition there. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking dope because the steel book is all orange and it has the Goku Signia on it. And you also get a diorama figure. So you get the full game, a hardcover game art book, exclusive diorama figure, which is 8 by 8 by 8 inches. And it has one of the giant dinosaurs. And it has Goku and Kid Gohan flying on Nimbus. And in the background, it looks like West City with Capsule Corp. That's pretty dope. And in the collector's steel book, it's all orange, shiny steel with the Goku Signia on it, y'all. I'm so glad I waited to do this video because I got some of the best information, man, and it's coming out to y'all. This is dope. And then, like I said, January 17th, the release date on that. I don't see anything about a season pass. I don't know if that's something they could announce later. It could possibly be no DLC for this game at all because this game is so loaded with content. Generally, in a collector's edition, you'll have a season pass, but sometimes you don't. Some collector's edition, you don't even have the game. Now, I don't see a price on the collector's edition, but man, I'm getting it. I'm telling you straight up, I'll start saving right now for that Joker. This is huge information, guys. But like I said, with the pre-order bonus, guys, I really think that this is day one edition content and that GameStop is going to have separate pre-order bonuses for ordering the game with them because of the stuff that I read earlier. Guys, I didn't even do my spiel. If you're new to the channel and you like this information, subscribe to the channel, click the sub button now, help us to reach 9,000 subscribers. We're doing an awesome job of that. As more information rolls out throughout the week, guys, they haven't even got to the special panel yet. So we'll more than likely, if the trailer said to be continued, I bet you before the weekends, we'll get a full Majin Buu trailer and then we'll get more information on the game. Possibly, I really don't want to see Vegeta fight Majin Buu, but they showed Gohan and Cell, so they may show Majin Buu and Majin Vegeta. Guys, that's all I have for right now. Man, super hype. Mash that subscribe button. Hashtag over 9,000 hype squad. Appreciate y'all for watching. Till next time, peace.